Children are such a blessing. In episode 6, we begin to look at what it means to be a parent. Why is it so hard to keep our family units together and raise these youth?
So, Mom, what about those singing lessons?
What singing lessons?
The ones I wanted. I asked you for them, remember?
God, why do you want to sing?
Because I want my voice to develop and I want to be famous one day.
Oh, are you going to buy me a house when you're famous?
I had to think about that.
Very funny. Do you think I care what he thinks about in regards to my parenting style? That man undermines everything I do in regards to my child's discipline. Mainly because I think he feels guilty because he's so inconsistent. But everything is clear in retrospect. I thought he was my soulmate. I really did. But like the song says, it's a thin line between love and hate.
But being a young father, it's difficult because there's so many, so many challenges, so many obstacles, so many influences from your peers. You know what I'm saying? Cats in your own age group. I have some friends who don't even have any children, cousins who don't have any children. I'm like the youngest cat now, and I got a child now. So it's like, damn, where do I fit in now? I can't really relate to them anymore. I got to relate to something else, and I'm not around those something else, that other age group. So that kind of made it difficult. You don't really have someone or people you can kind of talk to about your experience and what you're going through. Kind of have yourself. So that's one of the challenges of being a young father, is kind of feeling like you're alone.
There's so many generations of women who either they weren't told about safe sex, they weren't told about the human body, or they decided it was the ultimate rebellion or the ultimate key to freedom to have children. And so you have these whole cycles of angry exchange with parents and single parents. And I took my time to think about childbirth. I'd taken workshops on conscious conception, seen, videos and footage of what childbirth is like when you're supported. And I think the last key is someone willing to be my friend through that process. And it takes so much trust, and I don't know if I have it sometimes.
This society we live in is so irresponsible, it's so poisonous, that if we are not being just a guardian, if we are not shielding our seeds with our words, with our actions, with an understanding of who God is to us, then we leave them to television, to radio, to just pop culture, and we'll lose them very early on.
For me, I feel like the most important thing I can do with my life is be a mother. And I actually don't have any, the only anxiety I have about it is, will I be able to afford them? But other than that, I am so confident, and most of my partners have been very confident in the fact that I'm going to be an awesome mom. And, if I was in a position to, I'd be trying to have kids now. I know a part of me wanting to be a parent so bad is wanting to be much better than my parents were, and knowing that I'm capable of being better. And I just think it's a really important job, and I feel like I'd be really good at it.
I want to see them grow and flourish and develop into their own beings, So I think that's what a good father is, and just being honest and communicating. And I think the part about communicating and teaching them a lot of times is just listening, because we always want to tell them what to do, but let them be who they are. Let them grow into their own personalities and thoughts and ideas, and help them realize that. I think that's, ultimately in a small sense, if you could just do that as a father, I think you're on the path.
People don't really value the sanctity of marriage as generations in the past have. And, there's just this need for instant gratification and wanting to be 100% all the time emotionally fulfilled. And so people go in and out of relationships because, you know, they're not really willing to like tough it out, I guess. You know, there's your ups and downs, and people just want what they want, and they're not really, I guess, thinking about the bigger picture of, you know, family and, you know, being really good parents, staying together and looking beyond what they personally desire.
Yeah, I was very quiet as a young cat too, growing up. Very quiet. I would hold a lot of stuff in because, yeah, I guess I didn't know how to express myself, but it was like, I guess it was like a gift and a curse, like being observant and not say too much, but then I wouldn't say much at all. And if I do, it'll come off very aggressive or like I'm fighting against something. But with me being observant, I took in a lot of stuff, the good and bad. And it kind of made, you know, it got to a point now where when I became a father, I get to choose what things I would like to take from those experiences I've seen with interactions with men, my father, my uncle, the music, like what it is that I want to take. I feel I'm a good father. Yeah, I feel I'm a good father. And I always want to do better. I'm always, I compete with myself a lot. So I'm always trying to up it.
I would just pray for a healthy child, but I think I would have more anxiety having a boy because I know that Black men are such targets in so many genres. And being a Black woman, I can do my best to raise him to be a good man, but I've never been a man. So I can't necessarily relate in total to how he feels or what he's going through, you know, especially boys that get a certain age and they don't want to talk to their mothers, you know, having a mother is uncool, they don't want to be seen with you, things like that. And I worry that me, myself, hopefully I'll have a partner, but just with what I know, can I fully protect him? Because, I mean, there's a lot that Black boys need to be prepared for. So I worry, will I be able to prevent or intercept or teach my kids what to look out for so that they don't fall victim to the many plots designed to destroy their self-esteem, their sense of self, to destroy any sense of pride in being Black? You know, I have two hands, and it's scary.
My daughter, she's 3 years old, and she comes to me and she tells me, you know, Daddy, is Black beautiful? You know, and this is she goes to an all-Black school, Black teachers. You know, I try to insulate her as much as I can around the idea of being African and still being embedded in this culture. Like Dr. Francis Cresswell says, it's like a full court press of white supremacy. It's like a full court press of this image that constantly reminds you that you're inferior. And what better way to counter that by understanding that I have a direct connection to my Creator, that I am not lost, you know, that I am not disconnected, that I am God energy right here, right now. And the reason that we're able to survive is because of that power.
You know, I'm not going to procreate with some fool because he thinks his sperm is like worth gold. I want to have a beautiful life where we're developing leaders and solutions and beauty.
A lot of single mothers are having young boys, and the boys become the men of their family. They are the boyfriend. The mothers are actually expecting, they treat them like a boyfriend, not in a sexual way, but they give them too much power. Sometimes you'll find mothers not wanting to do things without their son's permission. Now, the son is a child, Why is she worrying about if the child is okay with what she's doing? Or she is suffering from love in her own life, so she puts so much love on the little boy that it's almost unnatural. It becomes too much responsibility for the boy to not just be the love of a child, but all the masculine love that she needs in her life. So this is a kind of dysfunctional, and then it becomes, okay, well, if a man is not going to be right with me, then I got my baby boy, I got my son.
I don't have children. I believe in family unit. I come from a broken home. At the end of the day, if people cannot be with each other and they have children in the middle, they have to split. That's, you have to be a smart person, you have to be an adult. But I do believe that for a child to grow, you need to have the support of both parents. I don't necessarily believe in both parents being necessarily the traditional way we've always had, which was a man and a woman, because at the end of the day, now we have same-sex couples that love each other. So, and this is, kudos to that. But I believe in the fact that you need to see from your peers, the people that you grew up with, that there's a complicity, there is a loyalty, there is a friendship, there is a companionship. You need to have that basics to be able to give that to somebody else as well, because it helps. It's something that you grew up. I grew up having my parents with each other, and then one day they were gone, and you have to face that separation and realize that it might not happen to you per se, but you still need to believe in something positive. You still need to believe that you can find that person for you. It doesn't mean it has to be one person, because I believe that throughout life you meet different soulmates anyway. Different people come to bring different stuff into your life, in your journey, And when you get to the point where you as a person are ready to bring another entity, I think that's when you meet that soulmate that's supposed to mate with you and give you that third or fourth or fifth entity,
I don't want to put on my kids all my dreams that I never fulfilled, because I want to be a good mom. I want to be there for my kids. I work with children, actually. Their whole world is based on that family, Like, well, who's your favorite person? My mommy. And what did you do in the weekend? Me and my mommy hung out, and my dad took me here, and I see being with these kids, how big it really is. This huge impact you're having on a person, on a soul. And I want to be okay with my soul before I can even, I want to have kids. And it's counting down. But I have time.
Why do people break up and turn around and make up? I just can't see, 'cause you never do that to me. Would you, baby? Being around you is all I see. Let's stay together.